Disaster Preparedness and Management came here on Monday, on Sunday evening. And when we arrived, the Prime Minister of Uganda had already come here, met the political leadership in the district to do what we would call the political mobilization to respond to the disaster and also give the government assurance on what support will be available after the initial assessment. So I and my team came in here and we did the initial assessment along with the district and the city authorities, as well as the other stakeholders like Uganda Red Cross. We had the ministry, we had swim. There's a certain organization which had divers. Malteser, yes. So we did the preliminary assessment of the situation, and we realized that the immediate task was to undertake the search and rescue and see whether there were some survivors and also the dead to be retrieved. The work was done, and as the RCC has told you, 23 bodies were retrieved, and about were there 6 wreckages, motor vehicle wreckages, which were also retrieved. The last one was yesterday, which we had to retrieve using a crane because it had got stuck down with a lot of sand in it, and we had to bring a crane, which was also coordinated by the office of the Prime Minister to retrieve the wreckage out. So far, I would say the office of the Prime Minister has coordinated, and we had the meeting here of the City Disaster Management Committee, which sat yesterday, and its main emphasis was on intensification of collecting data. And the data was basically to establish how many people were affected by the floods, how many are displaced completely, they have nowhere to stay, so that it could inform the support that is needed to be given to the flood victims. Also, on top of that, we also went ahead and assessed whether there was need to bring in specialized teams for search and rescue. But by close of business yesterday, when we used our drone, which flew along the river, it flew down and also up, but we are only restricted by weather. We are going to do it again today. We didn't see any floating bodies on the waters, and maybe if there's anyone stuck, we are going to do the aerial survey even today. However, using the city authorities, we are also getting in touch with the local authorities and families to report if there is any member of their family who is still missing, so that it could guide our continuous search and rescue. Already relief has been brought in terms of food and non-food items from the office of the Prime Minister. The district of Mbale has got 30 metric tons of food and 150 pieces of tarpaulins, basically to help those families that have nowhere to be accommodated. I know there are other items that may be also needed, and we are in touch with the office of the Prime Minister as well as the state authorities and the district authority of Mbale to come up with a comprehensive report showing exactly which families may need shelter and which families may need to be maybe relocated. We shall be working with the city authorities and the district authorities of Mbale to also identify a place where we can maybe put those people temporarily, not permanently, so that we can, with the time, we can get where they can be resettled. A number of stakeholders have also given some support. It is also important to bring it out, like the support that has been given by medical. We had some support from Ministry of Health, who have given some ambulances and also some medical support. We have also Uganda Red Cross has been key in the search and rescue, and also those divers who came, who helped us to retrieve the bodies yesterday. Um, there were complaints by yesterday, and also we had calls from headquarters in Kampala that the community we are seeing basically taking lead in retrieving people. It's normal, and you as media people, you need to tell the public that the first responders to a disaster are the people. And this is within our culture. Time immemorial, our forefathers used to call it Gwanga Muje. People get together and also respond to these disasters. And the policy we have in place on disaster preparedness and management goes down to the village disaster management committee, which is chaired by the LC chairman. So don't say that the government wasn't there. Even at the village level, the government is there, and therefore it was a matter of saying we respond according to the levels of response. The village comes in first, the district comes in, and the national comes in. I thank you. Any other question? So far, I've not got any report. Maybe the city authorities, maybe the mayor will